Hi everyone, my name is Aastha Jain and I'm a psychologist and a PhD scholar. This is my YouTube channel where we talk everything about psychology. So in today's video, we're going to talk about something very fun. Whenever I open my LinkedIn or my Instagram, I always come across at least 5 to 6 posts where people have written anything that they want to write and they have just given the title Psychology Says or Psychologist Says, and people tend to believe it. So today I am going to search in my phone about few of the quotes that people have actually put up on the internet, and I am going to tell you if they are true or not, and if not, then why not. So please keep on watching. Okay, so on my phone I have searched Psychology Says on Google Images, and let's see what comes up. Okay, so here's one. Psychology says when a person appear in your dreams, that person wants to see you. Okay, so the first one is only funny. Now some people actually tend to believe that whenever we are dreaming about somebody, that person was probably thinking about us or whatnot. But if we go according to the theories of dream interpretation, it is actually not true. So what is true is that you tend to think about the people or the situations which happened with you throughout the day. So if you end up dreaming about somebody, it doesn't mean that that person wants to see you, but it is actually the other way around. So it means that शायद आप सोने से पहले उनके बारे में सोच रहे थे, या फिर there was some incident or some situation which happened throughout the day जिसके बारे में शायद आप subconsciously या unconsciously सोच रहे थे, और वो इंसान आपके सब या unconscious में stuck रह गया, and this is why your mind is telling you about them through the symbol of dreaming. So it doesn't mean कि वो इंसान आपके बारे में सोच रहे, it probably means कि आप उनके बारे में सोच रहे थे. So this quote is just not true. So this was about dreams, and if you people are interested in knowing more about dreams, why do we dream, if all of us dream or not, and how to actually decode your dreams, then do comment down below and I will make another video for you people जिसमें हम लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ dreams and nightmares के बारे में बात करेंगे. Now let's search another quote. Okay, so I have another one. Psychology says you get depressed because you know that you are not what you should be. Now this is very confusing. If we talk about it from a proper psychological concept, probably this quote or wallpaper is talking about the real self and the idea of the ideal self. So we have two self in our mind. The one is the real self जो हम actually हैं, and the ideal self, how we imagine ourselves to be or how we actually want to be. अगर इन दोनों में मैच नहीं होता है तो उतना ज़्यादा डिस्ट्रेस्ड या फिर लो सेल्फ एस्टीम हम सब एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं कि मैंने अपने आप को यहाँ इमेजिन किया था, लेकिन ड्यू टू सम इंसिडेंट और सम पर्सन आई रियलाइज दैट आई एम नॉट एट दिस पेडेस्टल बट आई एम quite low, and this is what leads to low self esteem or low self confidence. But it doesn't mean that it can necessarily or will necessarily lead to depression. Depression होने के there can be multiple reasons. There are various factors that contribute to depression, and there are many symptoms that one person might go through if they are under depression. Depression can be caused due to hormonal imbalance. It might be caused due to the genetic factors. It can be caused because of some accident or incident. It can be caused due to loss of somebody who was very close to you. It might be in terms of breakup, or it might be in terms of death, and many other reasons. So just because you imagine yourself to be in some way and you really realize that you're not that way can not lead to depression. So making statements like this is like generalizing depression. It is like lowering the intensity of depression, which we should not do. Okay, so I have a third one now. So psychology says pretending to be happy when you are in pain is just an example of how strong you are as a person. Now this quote is wrong on so many levels, I cannot even begin to tell you. So pretending to be happy or strong when you are not is just repression and denial of the real symptoms and of the real problems that one person is having, and it is something which is not at all suggested. It is something which a psychologist or a psychiatrist or any reasonable human being will never recommend to you. So actually realizing that you are in pain and trying to understand what is causing that pain is a part of healing process. And once you actually realize that, okay, I am not feeling well, or this is something which is causing a trouble in my daily life or day-to-day life, it is a time wherein you should go to a mental health professional. You should go and seek professional help. Pretending that you are happy or pretending you are fine is not a symbol of strength. It is actually a symbol of weakness, or in being in denial, wherein you are not ready to face something which is causing trouble in your life. And if anybody continues to do it for a long period of time, it can lead to severe mental illnesses, it can lead to severe mental health issues and whatnot. So please do not follow these quotes. You are not strong if you are pretending to be happy. You are just in denial. You are strong if you actually realize that something is not right and you go and see a mental health professional. So please do that. Okay, so I have another very funny one. Psychology says usually the people with the best advice are the ones with the most problems. Who are these people who write these things? I really want to know. So now usually people say that जो single होता है वो best relationship advice देता है, या फिर somebody who has gone through so many problems, they are the best problem solvers. But अगर ऐसा होता तो उनकी अपनी लाइफ में इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स क्यों होती? आई डू रियलाइज द फैक्ट दैट प्रॉब्लम्स जब आती हैं, इट इज़ नॉट द फॉल्ट ऑफ द वन जिसकी लाइफ में वो प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं, लेकिन there are a set patterns of problem solving skills that every person has in them, and whenever we are trying to solve our problems or whenever we are trying to solve somebody else's problem, we make use of those problem solving skills, right? So if I had those skills, then probably I would have been able to solve my own problems and not just somebody else's problem. This definitely does not apply to a psychologist or a mental health professional, because we during the therapy sessions do not actually solve your problems. We only guide you to solve those problems, to recognize your strengths, to recognize the resources in the form of social support that you have, and we actually guide you and help you to reach at the solution which is best for you. Because we do understand and we do realize that since you people are in that particular situation, we cannot make decisions for you, we cannot solve problems for you. But somebody who's claiming to have a lot of problems in their life, they cannot be the best solution giver to you. Yes, it might be the case that they are able to give you an insight into the problem which is coming to them from a third person perspective. लेकिन अगर किसी इंसान के पास बेस्ट प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स होते तो वो अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स भी सॉल्व कर सकते थे और वो बेस्ट सोल्यूशन गिवर हो सकते थे अगर वो अपनी लाइफ की प्रॉब्लम्स भी सॉल्व कर पाते. सो प्लीज़ डू नॉट बिलीव ऑल दिस. Okay, so we are going to talk about the last one for today, and I think it is pretty common, something that we all end up saying in our day-to-day lives. And it says, psychology says people who hide their feelings usually care the most. Okay, so hiding feelings or being expressive or telling out, if something, if there was something that you felt bad about, all these things I don't think have got anything to do with how much you care, but these are your patterns that you develop because of the kind of parenting that you received during your childhood. So there are some parenting theories which tell us about the kind of attachment that children have with their parents. It affects how they start behaving when they become adults, right? So sharing your feelings or expressing your feelings or being very outspoken or not being able to express how you are feeling has all got to do with the kind of relationship that you had with your parents during your childhood. So somebody who's not expressing, somebody who's feeling the pain and they are feeling hurt, but yet they are not speaking up for themselves, or they have this fear that the other person is going to disown them, the other person is going to break bonds with them. It has got to do with the kind of unstable parenting that the person received. Probably conditional love, a feeling of, you know, having conditional love from your parents, and this is why during their childhood they learned that, you know, I'm not supposed to say about something that I felt bad about, or I'm not supposed to express my disagreement with my parents because they are going to leave me or they are not going to love me. It doesn't mean that the parents actually intentionally gave these signals to their children, but probably in their actions the child perceived this, that, you know, the kind of parenting or the availability of love or the availability of affection and care from my parents is not stable, and only if I'm a good child, only if I'm pleasing my parents, and only if I'm agreeing with them, then I am going to receive their care, their love, and their availability. And this is how they learned these patterns, this is how they learned these reactions, and they grew up with them, and so they are going to apply this principle in other relationships also, with their friends, with their partners, with their colleagues, with their children, and everybody else around them. So it has got nothing to do with be caring or not caring. Somebody who says out what they feel might be an attempt on their part to keep the relationship going, to keep themselves and their partners on the same page. So we can't say that somebody who's expressing or somebody who's saying कि मुझे ये बुरा लगा is not a caring person. सो इस चीज़ का केयरिंग या नॉन केयरिंग होने से ज़्यादा रिलेशनशिप नहीं है. इस चीज़ का रिलेशनशिप ये है कि उनके इमोशनल पैटर्न्स और उनके वर्बलाइजिंग पैटर्न्स किस हिसाब के हैं. So a lot of psychologists believe that every adult behavior and reaction can be decoded and understood in context of the kind of relationship the person had with their parents as a child and the kind of parenting that they received. And if you want to learn more about it, if you want to know the kind of parenting styles, the attachment styles that we have, and what kind of behaviors are influenced by it, and how do they influence our adult lives, our romantic relationships, our everything, then do let me know by commenting down below, and I will make a separate video on this, and that video will help you to understand your own behavioral patterns and the behavioral patterns of significant others in your life. So do let me know. And with this we come to the end of this video. I really had a fun shooting it because I actually got to know the kind of misconceptions and myths that are being spread around in the world with the name of psychology and psychologist says. Please stop believing them. If there are some other myths that you want me to talk about, do comment them down below and I will make another video for you guys. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like this video, share this video if you really liked it, and please subscribe to my channel. It will mean so much to me. Thank you for watching.